Poor Things I was really interested in seeing, and I didn't get to see. That's the Emma Stone one, right?
Yeah.
I saw it last night.
I love her. She's
I-
great.
I-
She's my celebrity crush.
Did you did you go
No, I
see
didn't
it?
get a chance.
Oh my god.
Was it good? Is
I
it
wanted
like
to
a
see it.
comedy or?
I mean, Emma Stone is phenomenal in it.
Yeah.
I like her.
she
She's a good actress and pretty.
So the whole idea of
Shut
it
up,
is
stupid.
she is
I love lambs.
Sorry.
This is Full Size Podcast with Paul,
I really wish I could get another pandemic.
Kyle,
Suck on it until the magic happens.
Phil,
Jesus was from New Jersey.
and me, Tyler.
I would love to know what the f is playing right now.
Okay,
Let's get down to brass tacks, gentlemen.
All right, I'm in. Me too.
Let's do this!
ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs, people living in mass hysteria.
Yes.
Welcome to the Full Size Podcast Oscar Show. I hate award shows.
Do you?
But I love movies more. So I like to see like the best of the best.
One outweighs the other, and this is important to you.
So every year I try to watch all. I don't get to them all, but this year is the first year that I have watched every single best film nominated.
You have.
Did.
Okay.
It took me a while.
might I say you have some predictions?
I have predictions.
Are you gonna share? You're gonna share them with us tonight?
Yeah, we'll go through all of them.
So, how many movies are there that you've watched that are in these categories? Since you said you watched all of them.
So for the first, what is this? I guess the third or fourth year that they added 10 movies to the Best Picture category.
10.
10.
10 used to be like 4 or 5, and it was like, okay, this is way more manageable. What?
Or just a 10.
10.
Oh, 10. Oh, this many?
many.
This many. Yeah, so I actually worked my way through all of them. I don't know. Do you,
Okay.
you want me to go through the list now? Or
Yeah. So, is there any of them that we have seen?
I have them. I think this is alphabetical order. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have American Fiction,
Starring who?
Jeffrey Wright.
Okay.
Then we have Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killer of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest.
Poor Things I was really interested in seeing, and I didn't get to see. That's the Emma Stone one, right?
Yeah.
I saw it last night.
I love her. She's
It's-
great.
I
She's my celebrity crush.
did you did you go
No, I
see
didn't
it?
get a chance.
Oh my god!
Was it good? Is it
wanted
like
to
a
see it.
comedy or
What's
what?
it about? Give us this.
Okay.
The synopsis.
This is how my brain worked. It's like Wes Anderson
Okay.
remade Frankenweenie from Tim Burton
Oh, it was creepy stuff
Get
like
the
that. It was
fuck
like Tim
outta here.
Burton-y.
with a lot of sex.
Okay.
Okay.
Like-
Wes Anderson sex. I'm into that. Colored sheets and pictures falling off the wall.
So
Right,
it
meticulously designed.
it starts out like in black and white. Willem Dafoe plays like almost like a Frankenstein character. He's
Without
all-
any makeup.
He's all no. He had makeup.
No,
and
Willem
he is-
Dafoe's kind of naggly looking.
pull up Willem Dafoe in Poor Things because he looks righteously messed up. Oh, dude,
Dude, I gotta watch it
it's-
now. I'm the biggest Wes
Yeah,
Anderson
see, look at
fan
his
ever.
face.
Whoa!
Look at that face.
Whoa, that's spooky, man.
Yeah. So I was trying to figure out in the beginning, is he like? I'm like, okay, because in my mind, I'm always trying to work out like what's going on. I'm like, is he playing like Frankenstein's monster is now doing the same experiments? Because that's a cool idea for a movie.
Oh, yeah, there's like a little testicle. Like,
But
he's got his pee bladder behind him.
I just
No,
like
it's
that you
it's
just
his
like
stomach.
muttered that under your breath.
so basically, what ends up
Phil's observation.
what ends up happening, what he says was, so the reason why he looks like that is because his father did all kinds of experiments on him,
Oh.
and then took out his like, so his stomach's all fucked up. So he created a stomach with different stomach juices to digest his food, and then at the end, when he's done, he burps this bubble. It's like, and then this bubble just floats around.
So what is it? It is like a comedy. There's like a lot of
There's
funny elements to it.
So many funny elements.
Oh, great!
Wow, I
Awesome.
gotta
so
see
many,
that.
Cool.
So many funny elements. I mean, Emma Stone is phenomenal in it.
Yeah.
I like her.
just-
She's a good actress and pretty.
so the whole idea of
Shut
it
up,
is
stupid.
she is.
Sorry.
I love lambs.
So basically, she's an adult woman, right? But what happened was she had in the beginning of the movie she jumps off a bridge.
Okay.
No,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So a little bit of a spoiler alert. Willem Dafoe. You find out that she was pregnant, and then Willem Dafoe took the brain of the baby and put it in her head.
Uh huh.
So she is like an infant.
Frankenweenie. Dude,
What?
yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So that's why she's like you know, she's kind of like an infant in an adult body, and she starts figuring things out.
What?
And she starts figuring out sexual things, and then goes on this wild adventure with what's his face?
So
Mark
Hollywood
Ruffalo.
found the loophole with sexualizing
Ruffalo's in
children.
it?
Yikes.
Really?
That's what I was gonna ask. I was like, I'm like
weird, man. That's weird.
I'm like, where does that cross the line? I mean, obviously it's a movie.
yeah, sexual babies is a definite, like, weird place to be.
But that's the
great
thing.
quote.
That's the thing. It's like if it's an adult body with
I'm
an
off to a
infant
bad
brain,
start.
like
yeah, you're
for two.
literally.
where's the morality in that?
Well, there is a good example from our time. Blank Check.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
I don't know
creepy.
that one.
It is creepy, yes.
Yeah, because the FBI agent kisses the little boy in
Yeah.
the one like
Yeah.
whatever, fountain scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Blank Check.
That's a great movie. I always
Yeah.
thought, why
Yeah.
didn't they
You
just
don't
give him
remember
cash?
no, I don't. It
Dude,
doesn't ring
Blank
a bell
Check.
at all.
It was one of those like mid '90s Disney movies. You may have been a little young for that.
Kid gets hit by a car, guy gives him a blank check, and he just writes it for like $1 billion or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he rents out a mansion.
I just
and
Googled
then-
blank check like a
yeah.
moron.
And then the guy sees his bank account and he's like, "Oh, I'm part of the mafia." And then
I don't remember this at all.
Oh, dude.
It's a great one, Tyler.
There's
I would
the
watch
scene.
it.
There's the
There it
scene.
is, right there.
Kissing scene.
Oh wow.
yikes.
Yeesh,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
No
He
way.
kind of looks like a young Michael J. Fox.
He really does.
Oh yeah.
Or it looks like that Mason Ramsey kid that sang country. No, shut up.
yeah.
Who's basically-
Wait a second, Tyler.
Yeah,
scroll
that,
over.
yeah.
Scroll over.
There you go.
Did he get arrested?
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
There you go.
He got arrested. Oh
The
man.
movie Blank Check. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
He wrote a check his ass couldn't
So-
cash.
Cue the hue.
Pop, pop.
so
Anyway,
Poor Things is, I think, an incredible movie that
great.
is bizarre as hell. Like, it is super bizarre. Like, it's got like a lot of Wes Anderson elements to how they shot the movie and the colors, the camera angles, all that stuff. Like,
I love it.
Do you know
looks-
who Wes Anderson is, Tyler?
Not really.
You would like it because of the aesthetics of the movie.
Yes.
Any movie
You'd love
he's
it.
done, you could see he's done 11 movies. Wes Anderson's my favorite director.
You think?
Any
Okay.
of his movies, I had to finish the list. We had to watch the Budapest Hotel and Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Okay.
But even though Fantastic Mr.
Boomerang?
Fox, what's that?
Watch Boomerang.
Yeah.
Okay. So people miss that one.
My favorite
Fantastic
channel.
Mr. Fox, even though it's an animated one, just like the Dog Island one.
Yeah, Isle of Dog.
It's just fantastic. I don't want to go off on
Yeah.
a tangent too much, but I'll send you a list of movies Wes Anderson does, and I think
Yeah,
you'll get into it.
100%.
So Poor Things, I had a hard time watching the trailers. I watched multiple, and I could not figure out what the fuck that movie was
Yeah.
about. And I don't. I kind of think that was the point.
That was intentional because
really?
I will say, like, the whole second half of the movie is full frontal Emma Stone.
okay.
And-
All right, now you
Yeah.
got me on board.
Now I
Okay.
gotta watch it by myself. I can't watch it.
No, you can because there's a lot of dick in it too.
Okay, I need to watch it
Yeah.
with. Okay.
Cover your eyes, Court.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's all right. It's not.
Equal.
It's listen.
Tell you.
it's not impressive.
Yeah, it's,
Because I was
not
wondering
impressive.
if there was a
That's what
piece
you're
of
saying.
dick in the movie.
You know what?
That's what he's saying.
Honestly, it's the first time you watch a movie and be like, "Ha, got you beat, pal."
Realistic,
Yeah.
are ya?
No, it's actually.
That's
but,
great.
But then also
That's
like
funny.
That is funny.
it also plays into the jokes.
Oh,
That is
So-
true. Every movie where a dick's out, it looks like they're stealing rope. I'm ready to watch a movie where
Yeah, exactly.
stealing rope.
that was better.
I don't.
Shut up.
I like it.
Yeah.
So
Rope thief.
I like it. Honestly,
Okay.
I can definitely see it winning Best Actor.
Best makeup.
Or I'm sorry,
Or actress?
sorry. Best Actress, Emma
For
Stone.
Emma Stone, yeah.
Emma Stone is probably up like deaf.
Oh.
She's being considered 100%.
Would you consider the BAFTAs a good forecast of what we see at the Oscars, like in some regard?
Yeah, it's
'Cause
like
didn't she
'cause you
win
have-
something for
yeah,
this already?
you have like BAFTAs and Golden Globes are kind of a good gauge because what
They're a
ends
calibrator for sure.
because
I've
what
heard
ends
you pay for a Golden Globe.
well you
That's what I
kind
you
of
kind of do.
But what
yeah.
ends up happening is you see the people that win them because that's their like you're not going to get an Oscar.
Oh, the problem is they see that because
That's how I always end up seeing it because it's like, oh, so and so, because we've seen it in years past where like people have won Golden Globes, BAFTAs, they've cleaned up, and then when it got to the Oscars, they didn't win shit.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Wow.
okay, you
I
got your
wonder if-
accolades, but you're not quite here yet.
I wonder if people in England consider the Oscars more important than the BAFTAs too. Like,
I don't know.
You
I have
know?
no idea. That'd be
You
that'd
know?
be interesting.
What about any categories for like best set design or makeup? You think
Oh,
because
yeah.
Willem Dafoe's makeup might have been, or
It's entirely possible.
Okay.
but
Maestro did a good job too.
I will say this. we'll move on to Barbie. Barbie, I think for set design, probably should win it.
Film score,
without a doubt, man.
film
Yes.
score too. I think Billie Eilish. That song is a home run.
I think everything else otherwise,
Oh.
Barbie should not have been nominated for anything else.
Sorry, guys.
It's a good song.
I like it
Because
I think
honestly-
it's great. She did it at the Grammys live, and I was sitting there like, I can't believe this is good.
Poor Things. I think Poor Things is
Definitely hits the nail on the head for the vibe. Yes. Poor Things.
Poor
Sorry.
Things is I think the movie Barbie should have been without the sex
Okay.
because of the way they showed.
And Ken doesn't have a penis, so it's-
Well,
He's all smooth down there.
but it's the way that they showed and you know
just the way they presented the whole
presented
story,
like
right? Yeah.
essentially it's almost like a coming of age or a woman figuring
Yeah,
out
yeah,
her
yeah.
way in the world without fucking reminding you every 2 minutes about the patriarchy and slapping you in the face with
So in
overt
other words,
feminism.
In other words, without getting so high and mighty about it.
That's the thing. Like with
yeah. There's
Barbie,
a way to relay information.
there was a barrier of entry for Barbie that like just sucked me out of the movie. There's two scenes that I thoroughly enjoyed. It was the first appearance of Kate McKinnon.
Oh
'cause
my god,
that was
That's weird.
That
part.
was
I love Kate McKinnon. She's hilarious.
yeah, and I agree. I love Kate
She's
McKinnon.
hilarious.
And that scene right there had me in it. And then there was the scene when she went to go talk to the girls at
In real world.
in the real world at the and she went up and then like she got smacked in the face with the real world.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, because then I saw. I mean, Margot Robbie, she's a phenomenal actress.
Yes.
And I think she's incredible, but I do think talents were wasted in this movie. I don't think it was a good
What
film.
what was Ryan Gosling nominated for?
best actor.
Really?
Should not have been.
I don't see that as just like he was being ironic with his whole persona,
I didn't
which
put my mouth
is
on it.
everybody
But
there.
it was-
but it seems like it's way easier to do that.
His character was so annoying. And
It was.
honestly, I was
know
really
that was the point, but you're being ironic and that's a lot easier to do than to be sincere, than to come off sincere. So like
Yep.
you feel like it would take less talent
Yeah.
to do that.
Like,
And yet
I-
that's what he got nominated for.
I knew going into it, like I was like, all right, it's Greta Gerwig. I know what I'm gonna get. You know, because I watched Lady Bird. Lady Bird's a phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I don't know what that won for, Lady Bird.
Lady
but
Bird.
It was so good.
we got to get that copy of
probably for the actress,
President Johnson
Yeah,
with the
I
pants.
think it was actress, but I think maybe did she win for best director that year? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I'll look
but-
it up. Lady Bird.
Yeah, but you know, so I was like, I kind of knew what I was gonna get, and then like you know, Ryan Gosling, he said that he was like, this is the best script he's ever read, and I'm like, well, Ryan Gosling's been in some phenomenal movies,
Sure.
like
So
really
this
good
must
movies.
be-
So I'm like, okay, cool. So the whole movie, I'm holding out for these moments.
It
of
didn't
being,
win any Oscars. Lady Bird did not win any.
No.
Was nominated for Best Actress, Best Picture, Best Director,
Yeah.
Best Supporting Actress, and Best Original Screenplay.
Okay, well,
Greta Gerwig got 2 out of them. Scott Rudin
yeah,
got the Best Picture nomination. Best Actress, Saoirse Ronan.
Oh, yeah,
I
that
can't
was
say
the
her
girl.
name.
I can't say
Irish
that
or
name.
Scottish.
But yeah, so for me,
Saoirse.
Yeah.
She's like a unicorn. She does exist.
So that's the only one on the list that I did see. I didn't have a chance to watch the other ones. I
Yeah.
do have Oppenheimer on deck next. I heard that was great. And I am
started
thoroughly
Oppenheimer.
interested in that whole story of the atomic bomb and everything like that, and the story behind
Yeah.
the scientist that created it, I think is what it mainly
yeah,
is, right?
Robert
So-
J. Oppenheimer,
right.
you
So
know?
I don't
He
know
was
anything
boys
about
with
that story
Einstein,
at all.
bro. They hung out in Princeton.
I don't know anything about that story at all. I don't know anything about him. So going into this
It's-
blind, I think will help.
It's- Oh, absolutely.
So it'll be cool to see that whole thing.
That's
start
what
to
I
finish like that.
really enjoyed. I mean, if this might be Oppenheimer, might be Christopher Nolan's best chance right now,
Sure.
for
Yeah.
winning Best Picture.
Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan's good, man.
Because I mean, I think it's a great movie. I know, yeah, it's a long movie, but when I finished it, I didn't think I watched a 3-hour movie. Like I was
It's
like,
a 3-hour movie.
it's like 3 hours and 30 minutes long.
Oh my
Dude,
god!
but I'm telling you, dude, it's
So it was like Killers.
But it's
like
also historical too. There's things to learn in it too.
100%.
Like there was a reason. There was a catalyst for that action, and it's a historic. It's and because I do the history thing, I like
Robert
history.
Downey Jr. was phenomenal.
Yes, it changed.
Okay.
It makes you think about wars and defense and fighting.
Sure, but not even
It's-
that. What's like what also happens is like when you get into the stuff that happened after
The cause and effect.
or towards the end when they're about to drop the bomb.
Oh, okay.
and what went on behind the scenes for what about to drop the bomb.
Sorry.
You pressed it 4 times.
I
How
tried
did
to
you
stop
sorry
it. I thought it was bomb,
How was
and
that
it's
a
boo.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys. I tried to play a bomb. Sorry. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, and then what was going on with Oppenheimer, you know, for the years after.
Okay.
Like, it was very interesting. It was a great
I like
story.
that.
We're probably gonna watch Oppenheimer tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
did-
Actually, I think Court and I as well, because we
Yeah.
don't have any plans tonight. And whenever we do that, we turn down here into like a little movie theater type
Yes.
thing. We're throwing a movie.
Hell yeah.
So Oppenheimer's on deck. I also have Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro. Where's your list?
Mr. Holland's Opus.
So
Poor Things. I need to find out where to get that totally legally. Is it on
it's, right now?
Totally
it's,
legally.
it's in theaters.
No, Peacock.
It's at the.
Oh,
Is it on
will
Peacock
be on
now?
Peacock soon.
No, it's on Peacock.
Poor Things?
Oppenheimer's on Peacock.
Oh, got it. I got it. Keep going.
Holdovers is on Peacock.
Yeah, Holdovers is on
yes.
Peacock. Yeah. Actually, do you want a feel good movie?
Yeah,
Okay, watch The Holdovers.
The Holdovers.
The Holdovers. It is amazing. They shot it like a movie from the late '60s, early '70s.
Beautiful.
Nice.
And it looks just like it. It really puts
like a
you
little
in the world.
grainy, that kind of really
Grain,
warm
that
color
warm-
space. Yeah,
The camera
Like
angles.
The Graduate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's
color
the
angles
era.
being really like conventional.
The crash zooms, like everything, like
Oh,
the
I love the-
cinematography.
oh, the-
Sick.
Like this movie isn't nominated for best cinematography, and it should be. That is one of the
they
biggest.
do Zollies. I like Zollies.
Yes.
I love Zollies.
So do I.
They're
There's
so
a lot
cool.
of Zollies in
Sounds like a
Poor
candy.
Things.
Candy.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, tasty.
Zollipop.
Tasty.
So a Zolly, what that is for the layman, is when you zoom as well as the dolly in or out,
Jaws.
so you can get like Jaws.
It's really distorting. The background widens, but the subject
Because
stays in frame. The
That's
same.
when you
So-
pull back and zoom in at the same time, holding focus. And
No,
yes,
no, we're gonna get copyrighted.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody has like a big realization, like a holy shit
Yeah.
moment,
Yeah.
and like the whole space around them grows, but they
That's-
stay in frame. It's so cool.
it's another thing you love
yeah.
about Poor Things, because
Yeah.
there was a lot of Zolly
Yeah.
shots because she's doing a lot of realization.
Yeah.
Do you
Right,
find
yeah.
that the manner in which a movie is shot, whether it's new and developing or like a different angle or a different way it's shot, or the nostalgic like way that a movie's shot? Yeah, the treatment. Yes, thank you. Do you feel that that has a major effect on your ability to stay in the pocket, so to
Yeah.
speak? Because with myself,
Sure.
I love. My favorite era of movies is like late 50s to mid 70s era.
Yeah.
And if a movie, because there's less distraction, let's be honest, we all have ADD a little bit, and a little bit.
Some more than others.
Some more than others.
Little thunderstorm
Not going
is
to
up
mention.
here,
I'm not
pal.
going to say
Little-
that Phil and myself. But like a movie that is a good story that has less of the action and craziness, kind of keeps me in the pocket. But a movie, if it has a crazy cinematonic or
Cinematic.
overstimulating.
yeah, it's
movie.
overstimulated. It's like not a movie I'm gonna like settle down and like snuggle up and watch a movie. It's weird how I take in
Yeah,
a
it's
movie.
all about your intention. Are you going to sit down to cozy up, or are you looking to be entertained, like edge your seat for 3 hours? And if that's not what you're there for, you're not going to like that.
'Cause
kind
You
of
ever,
thing.
you ever
I
seen the
get
movie
it.
Crank with Jason Statham?
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
That's high energy.
yeah, big. Yeah, that's not what I want.
Explosions.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
gonna go.
If a movie is shot in an old style, I find myself able to take it in because if it's a movie that's overstimulating, I have to watch it more than once or twice to catch all
Sure.
the shit.
Yeah.
But if it's an old style movie, I can actually zen out and figure it out and
Yeah,
watch it. And,
and
I'm
that's
looking
why
forward to
I
Poor Things.
No, the holdovers.
Holdovers.
The holdovers is
And-
going to probably. I mean, I know it's right up your alley.
It happens
Yeah,
at
That's
a
why I
s-
think in the group chat I was like, dude, you got to watch this.
You did say that. I'm going to text Chrissy
Yeah.
right now that we're going to watch that one.
Yeah.
I'll find that one. I need a VPN.
It's-
I mean, a streaming service.
Oh, great,
that
Tyler.
watches it.
No, so I mean because
You know Peacock?
Oh, I do have Peacock.
yeah.
Paramount is merging with Peacock, I heard.
Really?
No, really?
Paracock, yeah.
Oh, no, I
Holy.
heard Cockmount.
Cock mount.
Yeah.
P mount.
That's one.
Did you set that up just for the joke, or is that true?
No, that I heard
That's
the
true.
rumor.
So-
Dude, that would have been a hell of a setup,
wait,
by the way. Good
not
job.
the name. obviously.
So Peacock is. Are they going to get
the catalogs might just merge.
Are they going to buy CBS? Is that
I don't know.
Oh.
Or their catalogs might just merge because they're seeing drops in revenue.
Yeah.
So
Because that would be huge.
I'm telling you, dude, it's going right back to cable packages. It's already on its way there with that.
Who
with that
predicted
announcement that? All what is it? All the sports packages going on. It was like Fox, ESPN, and all them are going to be on one streaming service.
Really?
Yeah, Max is the only one that made a profit this year with $111 million.
Yeah, Discovery Warner.
Yeah. And they gave all credit to Zaslav or whatever that guy's name is.
Which is funny because this last year is also the year that they tried to launch and then failed with CNN Plus, or was that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
They literally
Yeah.
launched and destroyed a whole streaming service, and they still turned a profit.
Well, I wonder what they're going to do with sports. This is not the podcast for that.
Yeah.
No, Disney Plus had ESPN with it, and Hulu had ESPN Plus. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's
they're
like
all-
That's
family
because it's all
Disney.
Fox.
It's all Disney.
Yeah.
So because that was the thing, like Disney was owned by ESPN, and then Hulu is owned by 20th Century Fox, and then when Disney bought 20th Century Fox, they were able to put it in as like a triple threat package.
Yep. So
Yeah.
which one of these is the one with Leonardo DiCaprio? Is that
So that's Killer of the Flower
Killer of
Moon.
the Flower Moon?
It's Martin Scorsese, this guy's big favorite director
Okay.
of all time.
Yeah?
Which we can launch into that. Like, honestly, I want to get into the Scorsese talk because
Oh yeah.
I do think that Killer of the Flower Moon, it's slow burn, but it's got some incredible performances and it looks great. Like the way
This is Leo and
what's her name?
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, but Lily
Moonflower.
Gladstone.
Nope.
Lily Gladstone.
She was phenomenal, and because of the way that I think the politics work in the Oscars, she's going to win Best Actress
Okay.
Why do you say that?
because she's Native American,
Okay.
and she would be she would be the first Native American to win an Oscar.
Do you think Leonardo's handout for The Revenant was a handout?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
That was
should've
not a
won.
good movie.
No,
I did not like that movie.
No, it's a good movie.
It was a good movie. Tom
I
Hardy was
didn't like
better.
it. I didn't like it.
I thought it was a good movie because it
You didn't
made
like
me.
it?
The Revenant.
It made me feel something.
I enjoyed the book.
That's the one thing. Well, yeah, the
Oh,
book is always way
don't bring
better.
that shit to the table.
I
gonna-
listened to it. I
I
didn't fucking
love
read
it.
it.
All about retribution.
Especially
and
when I
stuff.
start talking
know.
about fucking Dune, and this guy's like, "Ooh, I hate Denis Villeneuve."
Oh, I haven't.
I-
I haven't watched. Dune
I have a
either.
stick
That's
up
one
my
of
ass. I don't hate them. Yeah. There's a little. fine
Sorry,
line.
Killers of the Flower Moon. What is that about?
So it's about it's about a Native American tribe out in, I believe it's Oklahoma.
Oh yes, yeah.
They in their lineage they found oil and became the richest group of people in America at the time.
Wow. Okay.
And all the whites started moving in
The white house.
and tried to, they tried to capitalize on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then a lot of natives started dying.
Hmm.
And there was just like so many deaths happening, and it's kind of like a whodunit, like what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
Shocker.
What time
It's
period
white
is it
people.
shot in?
What?
18,
Okay, good.
18 something.
So it's got a like There Will Be Blood kind of vibe to it because it's
Almost.
oil and old school. like-
Yeah, it's not as
1800s?
It's not quite Paul Thomas Anderson. It's
No.
very. I want to say it's kind of like The Departed in the 1800s.
That's fine. That's great.
So that's what Killers of the Flower Moon's premise is. I like that idea.
I think it was Marty's attempt to get back to making good movies.
Okay.
Because I really think he dropped the ball with The Irishman.
Yeah.
I think The
I liked
Irishman.
that.
I thought The Irishman was way too long, and the performances weren't all that
It
great.
was long.
and I think the CGI they used to de-age Robert De Niro and
Oh,
everybody
that
else
was bad. You're
was
right.
Awful.
Oh, they looked weird.
And they got
Oh,
nominated for
really?
Academy Award. Get the
No,
fuck outta
no.
here.
That movie was not Academy. Yeah,
It was
it
awful.
was too
Hear about
long.
that.
And it was up against Avengers Endgame for best visual effects, and I'm like, best. Look it up. Did they win? Did they win best? Because I swear
What was
to
the
God,
movie again?
The Irishman.
Yeah.
Academy Awards, right there.
Oh, Academy Awards.
All nominated on the far right column.
Yeah, all nominated, so it didn't win anything.
Nice.
All right, good.
Okay.
Joe
So-
Pesci should have won.
Yeah, I think it's a good movie if you want like a slow burn kind of
Okay.
like 1800 gangster flick.
Yeah.
Well, how they ended the movie might be one of my favorite endings of all Scorsese movies. How that movie ended was phenomenal.
That's good to know. I mean, I do intend to watch it. So I mean, if you think that it's got some
Shutter
merit,
Island.
then
That's the one
fine.
I think that
Shutter
should have
Island.
won.
Oh, okay.
It was
a good
two
one.
things. It was Martin
loves that movie.
Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio
That's a
should have
Leo.
won for that.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Honestly, I
Yes.
think Leo should have won for
Gilbert Grape.
no.
Titanic?
Well, yes, he should have won for Gilbert Grape.
Absolutely.
Phil, what are your thoughts on Martin Scorsese?
I just have a little bit of an issue with it's the main thing. The main reason why I have an issue with I can't say his
Denny.
name. Yeah,
We'll just call him Denny.
and Ridley Scott. But although Ridley Scott produced or created one of my favorite movies, The Martian. So
Yeah.
he gets a
Oh,
pet-
I
he gets a
love
pass.
that movie.
Yeah.
I love
How that
movie.
won Best Comedy is beyond me.
I don't. Yeah, I don't understand that either.
It's because they couldn't get it into best picture.
So
Yeah.
they submitted it for comedy instead, and
That's
it
what
won
they do.
that.
It's funny.
Golden Globes
It has
and stuff like
funny
that.
moments.
There's some goofy moments, some lighthearted moments that show
Yeah.
like the guy's has some humor despite all the shit he's got going on, literally.
Literally.
But no, what a good movie though, man.
Not comedy.
I love that movie.
The book's good too.
Is
I-
it?
I
There's
really
a book.
enjoyed
I didn't know there was a book.
The whole
Yeah.
movie's based on a book.
I didn't know that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna read that book.
We just watched
it's almost
Taxi Driver too.
page for
Martin
page.
Scorsese.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Good movie.
it's-
That's great.
It lines up pretty well.
That's great.
Yeah, so this is all about super nerd pride. So it all comes down to pretty much their critiques.
He's being honest.
I'm just setting up the stage.
Yeah, yeah.
It's their critiques on the genre overall, saying that it's like an affront or a whatever
Circus.
circus to cinema, and I'm just, and also that like it's not original, and I'm just like thinking like, well, Denny, you're taking a book and you're creating a movie. How is that not original at all? That's my main argument with him. But then for Scorsese, like he has
Yeah, that's true, dude. That's really good point.
he fantasizes all of these like gangsters and these all like hierarchical things, and it's like that's like the Avengers. You set it
Yeah.
all up like a superhero.
He's also retreading
only
the
it's-
same style in almost every movie.
Yeah, which is good. Like I have no
If it works, if your
Yeah.
formula works, fine. But
yeah.
That's
You
where
know.
I think it fell flat with The Irishman.
yeah,
We were coming off like The Departed and some of these other movies,
Strong.
and strong, and like we get The Irishman.
that's
Yeah.
weird.
I was
Yeah.
excited for
Yeah.
Pacino. I was excited for De Niro and Pesci.
Actually, yeah.
So we've discussed Oppenheimer, Maestro. We didn't discuss yet, did
American
we?
Fiction's on Max, I believe. I'm going to check that one out.
Let's move into Maestro with Bradley Cooper.
Yes.
That
Now,
one.
some
You
interesting,
did?
interesting
oh, yeah,
facts.
I saw you made a reel out of it or something with the guys, the creepy guy in the audience.
So, Bradley Cooper spent like 6 years trying to become Leonard Bernstein.
Wow.
So, the dedication to this movie that he put to make this movie is phenomenal.
It deserves
Actually-
recognition all on its own.
Go on YouTube, find the clip of Bradley Cooper Golden Globes reaction. Yeah.
I saw this.
Watch bottom left.
Cillian Murphy.
They cut to him though, right?
Yeah.
This is Cillian Murphy's second nomination and first win. Cillian wins his Golden Globe tonight for his role of J. Robert Oppenheimer.
Oh,
in
J. Robert Oppenheimer. Sorry, I said Robert J. I fucked up.
Want to go tree
episode
climbing,
over again.
Thomas J?
You seen RDJ in his new movie?
No.
Total Transformation.
All right.
Oh,
Here we
John
go. Bradley
Krasinski.
Cooper. Look at that look of I can't
I'm
believe
happy.
I-
I'm so happy for you.
Dead inside.
That's what the
Oh,
look is.
fucker.
But and I'll say this. Maestro was, I think it was a good movie, a very watchable movie,
Okay.
but we've seen the biopic before.
Well, and I don't think he deserved this is best male actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't deserve it.
He just
'Cause
didn't. Didn't get it.
The supporting cast, even down to Sarah Silverman, was better than
Yeah.
him, in my opinion. And I'm not going to fault him for spending all of that whole work was because of him.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
He steered
It's-
the ship. He
Not to
did everything.
discount
Yeah.
all his effort. It's just
Right.
there's still. It just unfortunately there were still some better hands were dealt elsewhere.
I
guess.
think I think like because and I think it has to do with because it wasn't done in any crazy special way. Like it wasn't groundbreaking. Like we've all seen the biopics. Like after Walk the Line, like the biopic, we get how many every year?
Yeah.
Or even when we got Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which I
Right?
loved. That was an
Oh,
excellent movie.
Air.
It was good.
Air was phenomenal.
Was that this year?
That was this past year.
Airbud
No,
was
no,
a
not
while
Nothing.
ago.
Nothing.
sucks.
Airbud?
No, Air. It's a story about Nike getting the shoe from Michael.
Michael Jordan.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see that.
it was
I,
Matt
I did-
Damon and
I
Ben
did
Affleck.
see clips from that movie. That
You gotta
looked
watch
great.
it. Amazon
Yeah.
Prime. So
It was
good.
all
Yeah.
shot within that one space. It was all
Yeah.
shot within that one building.
Yeah.
I love
Wow.
single
Yeah.
single scene shots.
It's called
Yeah.
a bottle shot, I think, because it's all contained in one thing. Or
Is it
bottle
okay.
episodes?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't mean one like facility. You mean like one.
No, it's a facility.
One facility.
It's one facility
So
because
everything was built in that one
Pretty
place.
much one location, except
Yeah.
for like a couple of like recon shots. But anyways,
Oh,
sorry, back to
interesting.
Anyway, yeah. So back to Maestro, and Carey Mulligan was phenomenal. And I was like, after watching her performance, I was like, oh, she's heavy, like best actress.
Maybe best makeup though. They made him look like an old man. Good.
Oh yeah, I mean, he looked just like. Look up Leonard Bernstein. He looked just like.
Yeah,
him.
he did. Yeah.
And that's
He's
the
a
thing that I.
complicated guy.
That's the thing that I liked about it was the fact that it's like, yeah, I did get lost in the world because that's like my criteria for watching a movie. Like, can you hold me in the world?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I buy in?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And if I can buy in and you don't do anything that takes me out of it,
Yes.
be like, oh, that's stupid. That
I'm going to
wouldn't
enjoy
happen.
it. Yeah, I don't
Stuff like that.
I suspend all disbelief. I do. So
that-
Maestro's a good watch, but definitely not going to win Best Picture.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe Carey Mulligan gets Best Actress, but yeah, I still think Lily from Killers of the Flower Moon still probably going to get it.
Okay.
Dark horse for me is going to be Emma Stone.
Man, that was my lead up, ramped up question. What's the dark horse here? Okay.
Yeah.
Good,
I
good.
have a lot of
Emma
dark horses
Stone.
here.
What does dark horse mean?
Dark horse
unexpected?
is like unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't know. Fine. Go for it. I think she's great.
I heard Anatomy of the Fall was amazing.
no,
No,
nope.
You didn't like it? So what is
It's not
Anatomy
that
of
I
the
didn't
Fall?
like it. It's not that I didn't like it. It's a whodunit. Like,
It's
but
just
like,
a whodunit?
It's like
Clue.
it's a whodunit kind of thing. Like, okay, so it's a husband and wife. The wife is a writer. Her husband dies mysteriously later that day. Like, she gets interviewed in the beginning. He dies. She gets accused of killing him. You know, and they go
And then
through
the
that whole
story
process.
progresses from there like that. And that's
I don't
good.
think the performances were anything special.
See, the story wasn't anything new. The
No.
performances weren't anything new.
I bought into it. That's why I watched the whole thing. But I can't say that it was amazing.
Or that it was more groundbreaking than the other contenders.
Right.
cross
Yeah.
it off.
Yeah,
Cross it off the list.
Anatomy of the Fall. I think maybe just because it's a foreign film. Honestly,
it?
I think it just got to be. They're like, we need to have more foreign films. So I think that is the foreign film. So yeah, now we're gonna get into another foreign film that I think was boring. Past Lives.
Okay.
Past Lives tells the
Past Lives, and that's the thing. I haven't heard of these movies
So
either. So
it tells-
that might be the general consensus for these nominations.
It tells the story of these two Korean kids, a boy and a girl, and the girl immigrates to North America, and they kind of keep in contact. Then she ends up falling in love. Spoiler alert: she ends up falling in love with someone else, and then he contacts her as an adult, and they get to talk, and they talk about this whole thing of. It kind of explores the whole idea of soulmates.
Okay.
And honestly,
Not that who hasn't seen a movie like that before?
right? And for I think it's like 2.5 hours long.
Jesus.
Wow.
It felt so long.
Okay, so not worth it the time.
Honestly, I don't know. Again, I don't know why it's nominated. I
surprising
didn't think
how it's even made it here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it nominated for? Do you know?
Best Picture.
Oh, these are all Best Picture nominations.
Yeah, these are all. This is all Best Picture
Oh
nominations.
Christ! Wow, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
How did it even get there?
I don't know.
That's nuts.
I don't know. And I think
Or is it just that they need to have this number of nominations, and it's just in there?
that's what I think. They're like, oh, let's throw in some more.
We just need the 10. We need
Yeah.
We need as much excitement as possible around this. So let's get chatter about as many movies as possible,
Yes.
kind of
They've
thing.
always
Yeah,
been
yeah.
like throwing weird stuff in, like The Artist at one time, and
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a silent movie. Ooh,
Yeah,
cool.
just because
Yeah.
it's a silent movie, you're gonna get some additional accolades.
Yeah.
No, you didn't have to write any dialogue. Woohoo!
Score was cool, but sure.
Yeah, right. So the Zone of Interest is another one I haven't heard anything about. What's that
Okay.
about?
I watched this one the other night,
Okay.
and I loved it. I thought it's a very slow burn. Like, I'm talking like we're simmering slow. But this is
normal length, like 2 hours.
Well, it's about like
It's-
a
it's an
guy
hour and-
who
it's-
starts a pizza
Oh,
shop.
under 2 hours? You got me.
it's like an hour and 47 minutes.
I like hour and a half movies. They're my
But
favorite.
hold on. So let me just tell you how the movie opens, because when you do watch it, you're gonna be like, "Is my shit broken?" Right? Because you get the title card, The Zone of Interest, and then it goes to a black screen.
Ooh.
Okay.
Totally black screen.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait, did it freeze? Did it pause?
freeze?
Like,
Yeah.
like, do I have to restart the thing? And then slowly you start to hear sound, and you hear birds chirping.
So it's like you're waking up, kind of.
Kinda. It's like it's how they set you up.
And then you
into
see the
this
barn
world.
breathing, and then
So
that's called a callback, ladies and gentlemen.
after, and I'm like, I think it's like seriously, like at least a minute, maybe 2 minutes of black screen and sound.
Purple grass all in my...
So then it cuts to then it opens up, and it's this family in like a field going down to like a riverbank to go play in the winter, and it's family and everything. Then you see some car, and they hold these long shots. I mean, hold shots. Usually when they make cuts in a movie, it's like anywhere between 1.5 to like 4.5 seconds.
So because that's they're not changing.
No. So they hold these shots for like 15 to 20 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah. So you're sitting there and you're like, and it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So like you're starting to feel discomfort. Don't give up. Just keep going.
Stay in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the sound is the most integral part of this movie. Because once the family gets back home and they're like, okay, we just had a nice outing, then the husband has to get ready for work in full SS Nazi garb.
Oh, great.
He's the guy that ran. So this movie is about Auschwitz.
Oh.
And it is probably one of the most unsettling movies about
The Holocaust?
the Holocaust and Auschwitz
Oh
without
my gosh.
showing a single frame of violence or blood.
Really?
Just the tension it builds.
The
and stuff.
tension it builds and the sound.
Wow.
Because
okay.
while-
so
because
is
while
there
you're-
a lot of implying about all the bad stuff, but you're just hearing it?
Yes. So while you're
Okay.
watching this movie, you hear, a couple gun pops off in the distance. You hear some
Oh,
swatting
shit.
and stuff.
shouting and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And everything
Interesting.
builds throughout the rest of the movie.
Like it gets more and more intense like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a great way to portray those things
Yeah.
without
And-
directly having to like
they did
attack it.
They have some subplot points, and what is it? The subplot points were really good, and they I'm not going to tell you what it is, but they cut something else in there, and the way they did it, I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
It's really interesting.
All right.
Okay.
So do you think that has any strong opportunities alongside these other ones? I mean,
That is like
Yeah, I
my,
have some questions.
Probably
Sound
like
design,
my
maybe?
that is like my definitely sound design. It should,
oh sure. Great
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
but that's probably like my third or fourth dark horse.
Okay.
As
Zone
far
of
as-
interest. Okay.
Okay.
As far as Best
Awesome.
Picture, because
awesome. I
I
love
want
that.
us to
I love
take
the
some
dark horse
notes.
thing. I like it.
and it's a foreign film. The whole thing's in German, so you have to read subtitles. And I think that's why they
Okay,
hold the
good,
shots too, is because you can read the subtitles. Now the subtitles go by pretty quick, but when you read the subtitles, like you can look at these very picturesque frames, like because the frame. I mean,
What are they? Are they not shot in 9 by 16?
no, it's 16 by 9.
16 by 9. Yeah.
Yeah, it's well, actually, it might actually be like 2.35 by whatever.
It's in TikTok vertical video for
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I
Is it
can't.
fancy?
Horizontal YouTube turn.
Did you guys come across TikTok videos now where they prompt you
Yeah.
to rotate your phone? Did
Yeah.
you see any
Well,
of
'cause
that?
there's-
I love that
there's
idea.
the-
Thank you.
there's the full
button, the full screen button.
Yep.
Thank you
What is
for
it?
doing that.
Do I have to update?
There's some TikToks you come across that are
Yeah.
widescreen, but they're tiny because you're looking at it vertical,
Right.
and there's
but
a full
they give you
screen
the
button.
option, and I've been saying that
and
for fucking
rotate it.
Instagram to do that for years now.
They will eventually if this keeps going on
Yeah.
TikTok. They
Then
will.
they'll give you impressions. And then
Yeah, and now that
They're going to favor it. They're going to favor it. Watch for it. They're
Well, they
gonna
are.
start favoring the widescreen videos and
And
the
they're-
long form videos. They will.
They're favoring. They're
See?
also.
I did see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have it down. Yeah.
They're also favoring a minute and a half to like however long videos.
Thank
Yes.
God for
Yep.
people that cook. I love that now.
Yeah.
I made my first one after I heard that announcement. I made like a chicken salad video. And for it being a minute, it got views I never thought I'd get. And I'm like, yes, we're back. Now I don't have to do a fucking whole recipe in 10 seconds. You take the chicken, you cook in here. Like, it was so
these are
hard.
So all these movies here are for Best Picture. Is there now one thing I wanted to point out? I wanted to possibly inject into the conversation. I came across an article of people that were nominated for the same category but for different movies at the same time, and
Yeah.
they're literally in competition with themselves, so
Yeah.
to speak.
So
I got a
True
list
champions,
of people.
only in
I got a list
competition.
of people that have had that happen. To
So
them.
so here's one thing. So Sandra Hüller, who was in Anatomy of the Fall, she's the main character in Anatomy of the Fall.
Yeah.
She was also the wife in The Zone of Interest. Her performance in Zone of Interest, I think, was way better than Anatomy of the Fall.
Tyler's got good notes here. Oil and Indians for Killer
Yeah.
of the Flower
That's
Moon.
all I can remember. So, so do you think it's possible that she could be? I mean, we
Well,
already
she's
know the
not.
nomination.
Yeah, she's
so-
not nominated for.
But it would have been possible.
Actually, is she nominated for Best Supporting?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know
she's,
all of them.
I know she's in. I know she's Best Actress.
Okay.
Definitely for Anatomy of a Fall.
How about that?
But yeah, no.
I
me-
didn't even think that was even a thing where like you could have one person nominated in the same category multiple times in that same year, and you're literally you consider it either competition with yourself or you have you got two of your names in one basket and you have a better chance of walking away with a award. I guess. Is the other way of looking at that.
Let me touch
Yeah, I
on
would say
let me touch
probability.
on American Fiction before we like dive into that list.
Sure, go for it. Oh, I forgot we didn't do that one. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
go
I
for
was
it.
wondering if we did
American
that. Okay.
Fiction is bold. I forget why. Is that a good one?
American Fiction is. I'm gonna say it. It's my favorite movie this year.
Really?
Whoa, that's
My
big.
favorite movie this year. It was funny. It was poignant. And it's honestly, I think everybody needs to watch this movie.
Okay,
Who's in it?
So it's Jeffrey Wright.
good.
So the synopsis basically is he's a black man that wrote. He's a phenomenal writer. Like he writes books. The publishers don't buy his books because his books aren't black enough.
Oh,
So, and then there's another author. She writes a quote unquote black book that's, they can't keep it on the shelves. And he thinks it's ridiculous. So he gets kind of like maybe a little drunk one night and he writes the stereotypical quote unquote black book.
What they want. Give them what they want.
Sends it to his agent and his agent's able to sell it to a publisher for like $4 million.
What? So now he's dealing with the fact that he's getting famous off of being a fraud, so to speak.
And he does it under
Who does that?
He does it under a pseudonym.
A ghostwriter.
okay.
So no, he does it under a pseudonym. So like he has to play this character now. So he hates his creation. He's great. He is phenomenal. Jeffrey Wright. I don't think he's gonna get Best Actor,
okay.
but he fucking deserves
So
it.
that's one of the 5 I should definitely watch.
if these other
100%.
movies, if these other movies and other performances weren't as amazing as they were, this would be the highlight.
That's the one thing I want to say is this year is probably the most competitive year.
Yeah, that's
because
what I was going to say. There's so many good movies.
Yeah.
This
How
is
did you
the
watch that?
post-COVID boom happening right now, I'd say.
Yeah.
I got a question before we move
Yeah.
forward. Like before I forget to ask it again.
Sorry.
Well, you giving a news report over there, helicopter?
No, my thing is made a noise.
Phil Bosco here with the afternoon traffic. So if I were to pick 5, because I'm going to be consuming, I want to watch the whole list, but I want to watch the 5 that you think are the best, including as long as that list of 5 includes the one that's shot like in the 60s.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
no. So that's what. So all right. So
American Fiction.
So American Fiction is number one.
American Fiction is my number 1 movie.
Okay.
Number 2 is The Holdovers because when I watched the first time I watched The Holdovers, I was in love with it. I thought this was a fantastic movie. It felt great.
Okay. Why don't we put them in order? Well, can you do 1 through 10?
Yeah, I can do one.
All right, let's do 1 through 10 then. Okay. The Holdovers.
All right, so Holdovers. So American Fiction's number 1. The Holdovers is number 2.
Okay. Switch them, bud.
Poor Things.
Okay.
Okay. Now you might not be able to find Poor Things until it comes out.
That's fine.
Then I'm gonna say Oppenheimer.
Okay.
Then Oppenheimer.
Then Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Interesting. I wasn't
And maybe
expecting that.
maybe it's because I saw American Fiction Holdovers and Poor Things more recently.
Turbulence.
Phil's going for a ride here. Then I'm gonna go after Oppenheimer. I'm gonna do Zone of Interest.
Okay. Okay.
All right, and then after Zone of Interest, then I'm gonna do Killers. Past Lives is the last.
And Barbie.
And yeah, that's the rest of that list
That's
that's
good.
how the list.
So from
goes
bottom
out.
to top, you have worst to best. We have Past Lives, then Barbie, Anatomy of a Fall, Maestro, Killers of the Flower Moon, The Zone of Interest, Oppenheimer at number 4. 3 is Poor Things. 2 is The Holdover, and number 1 must see American Fiction.
All right. Question for that list. Out of these, even though they're in that order, can you give us a little bit of your predictions as for best actor, actress, best movie?
Yeah.
What do you think? What stands out to you as best picture right now?
Best picture is American Fiction.
Okay, write that on
It
there so we
deserves
can
it.
see how close
Now-
he is.
Now, fun little anecdote here.
Mm-hmm.
The director of this movie, this is his first movie he's ever directed.
Oh no way! That would
Yeah.
be sick.
He was a journalist, and he's a black man
Yep.
that eventually got tired of being a journalist because they wanted him to write quote unquote black articles.
Yep.
So when his agent sent him this book that it's based off of, he was like, absolutely, I want to tell this story. He talked to the author. The author said, write the script, then we'll talk about optioning. And then
That's interesting. So he has a
loved
full
it.
journalism writing background that has.
and then he got into TV
Yeah.
and some movies that he wrote in.
So no
this
wonder
is-
it came together. He was able to depict the
but
story
it's-
so well.
And well, because also it's like
tell the
his
story so well.
It's a personal story for him because
Yeah,
he's had some
he's had to deal with the same exact
Yeah.
struggle.
Because there's also like a whole thing going on with his like personal life as far as his family goes and things
Oh,
like
okay.
that. So like, and it's a great movie.
Nice.
And like laugh out loud moments.
Really funny,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Like I wasn't expecting it to be like I wasn't expecting to be laugh out loud like it was. Same thing
Okay.
with Poor Things. Poor Things had moments in it where the theater last night was laughing. Like everybody was audibly laughing.
Oh, you went to the theater and saw it?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Actually, I went to. Did you ever go to Highway Theater in Jenkintown? No. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
Jenkintown, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna be going there more often.
Old school theater type.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
that.
Yeah,
Old
dude.
school theater.
Yeah.
There's a good one in Ambler.
Let's
Yeah.
all go to the movies.
So
Let's all go to the movies.
personally, my American
Best
Fiction's
actor.
my favorite.
Okay.
I think Oppenheimer's gonna win.
Best actor.
Do you think
No, no,
Oppenheimer's going to be
Best
the one
Picture.
that's going to rake in the most across the board?
Well,
Like,
it's,
which one?
it's nominated for the most Academy Awards.
Okay.
Wait,
So
you just said American Fiction is your best picture
that's
prediction.
my best picture prediction, but I think the realistic one is Oppenheimer.
It's what he wants. What's
what
going
you
to
sh-
happen?
you think versus what
because you
is.
have to remember, like with these award shows, it's a popularity contest.
Yeah, it is. It's not a pissing match. I don't know why I just
it's
said that.
like Oppenheimer ticks all the checks all the boxes.
Yeah, it's gotten so much. It's gotten so
yeah.
much chatter
So
already
much press.
around that and Barbie. The Barbenheimer phenomenon of the
Yeah.
summer was a big deal,
Yeah,
right? So like that, just that alone, I think
Yeah.
having that kind of level of popularity in pop culture, that helps a lot.
yeah. So my dark horse here though is definitely Poor Things.
yeah, dude.
I unfortunately
that's great.
I don't
Best actress?
or
Actress.
best
Or just-
picture.
or just best picture.
Like I think that could come out of nowhere and win best movie.
That's great, dude.
Best
That
film.
would be
awesome.
awesome. I would love to. I can't wait to see it. So the I'm sorry. Go ahead. What else did you have?
No, so then I was just gonna say like best actor. I mean, it's hard.
Cillian
dude,
Murphy.
Because you
Or
have
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy I think is probably going to take it, but I think Jeffrey Wright absolutely deserves it.
Yeah.
You know, I do think Bradley Cooper he should be in the discussion, but you know,
But was he better than the others according to you? No. Okay.
and Paul Giamatti was great. I love Paul Giamatti.
And what was he in again?
The Holdovers.
Oh, the hold up. Right.
Wait, what was the Frankenweenie one? Past Lives?
Poor Things.
Poor Things. Okay, so
Yeah.
that one.
I can't wait.
That one, I think, based on that picture of Willem Dafoe, I didn't see the movie, but I could definitely say that it has got to be nominated for best makeup, best.
Got to be nominated for something.
Yeah.
I mean, the writing or something like the whole idea that this movie. I
they-
can't tell you what it's about, and it's a story that's never been told before.
They did it before.
It's just. I mean, well,
like,
you know what I mean.
I'm sorry.
Something-
Did it intentionally?
They
so
intentionally
when you watch the trailer,
did something totally like out of left field. This isn't a story you've seen before, and it worked. That deserves a lot of
This
recognition.
is a difficult list based off
I-
what you're telling us. This is hard for me to pick what I want to watch.
I
Yeah.
want to watch.
I love the fact that like when you watch a trailer, you're like interested by it, and then when you watch the movie, it's not what you expected. Because a lot too often you get movies or trailers that they show the whole thing.
We're gonna watch one of these
Yeah.
tonight.
All
Whatever's available right now. For all I know, through all the ways I get movies,
So
I might
how
be able
do
to
we
get. Poor
how do we
Things.
watch these, Kyle?
Yeah, speaking of availability,
Yeah,
this
please.
is the list.
This is a good way to wrap up this conversation.
Via Cosmopolitan, this is the list of where to stream or watch all of the 2024 Oscar-nominated movies. So starting with number 1, Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is available at...
Peacock.
It just reloaded. It's 13 nominations total, by the way. I saw that.
Yep.
You can watch Oppenheimer on Peacock. Next is Poor Things. Poor Things is expected to hit Apple TV and Prime Video on February 27th. Barbie. Barbie can be watched on HBO Max.
Yes.
Yep.
Killers of the Flower Moon is
Apple
available
TV.
to be watched on Apple TV.
Oh, that's where that
Past
one is.
Lives
Okay.
is available to watch on Paramount Plus and Apple TV, nominated for Best Picture and Original Screenplay. American Fiction is available for to play on YouTube TV, Prime Video, and it's still in theaters as of right now.
Yeah.
That's where I saw it. Prime.
Check Fandango for tickets. Anatomy of a Fall is available on Apple TV, Prime Video, and it's still showing in select movie theaters, so check Fandango.
Okay.
Maestro is available on Netflix. The Holdovers is available on Peacock. And The Zone of Interest is available on Prime Video. It's also still playing in select theaters.
Nice.
And
Nice.
that's the list,
Now,
man. Dude,
the
what
thing
a
is
good
with-
episode. Thank you.
with some of those like Apple TVs and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
like it's to buy.
Yeah, okay, but that's the
Buy
platform
or
you gotta
rent.
get it from.
Yeah,
That's
But
where
at least there's somewhere you can get it from. There's some really good services that help you find where a title is streaming. What is
That's what I love about Apple TV. Right?
does
Apple
let you
TV,
do that?
When you search a movie, it tells you. Like when you go to click
Oh.
on it, it tells everything but Netflix.
Prime Video
they
does
don't
that
want
too.
You, they don't want you to know that it's on Netflix. like
they're their main competition?
I tried to
guess?
watch. What did I try to
screw
watch
you
the other
guys.
night?
Yeah.
I tried to watch Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
By the way, phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was great.
Really good.
That's gonna win Best Animated Feature
For sure.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Without a
Just
doubt.
Watch is
Yes.
what it's called.
Yeah.
If you download the app and you just check off every streaming service that you are currently subscribed to,
Yeah,
and you just type in the title and it tells you
Boom.
where it's on everywhere.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I
That's
use
sick.
the app. I use the app just to
JustWatch.com?
reference it. JustWatch.com. You can even go on the website to do it, but there is apps for
Yeah.
all the platforms.
Yeah.
to
Nice.
do it too, right on the TV. That's the one
Cool.
I
Yeah.
use. So, did we before we wrap up? We're right at the 1 hour mark, so we're pretty much
Sweet.
wrapped up.
Very good.
Unless you had something else, PJ.
Yeah. What the only thing I wanted to go through is I have a list of movies I'm looking forward to in 2024.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I like it. So, looking towards the future.
Yeah,
huh?
because then there might be. I don't know. I have to see. I can't wait to see more trailers. Then I can usually off a trailer I can guess like okay.
Except for
this
Poor
is-
Things.
Well, I mean, but
Nah,
even
you know what I'm
watching
just
that,
kidding. Yeah, yeah.
like you watch Poor, like even the trailer for that, you're like, that looks like the artsy kind of movie that you would traditionally see at the Oscars.
I just wanted to see it. I just watched that trailer and I was like, I need to see what this
Yeah,
is now.
100%.
You know, so it worked. But
It's so weird.
But for coming up,
So for coming up, what we have coming up next month, Dune Part 2, which I'm
I didn't
insanely
see
excited
the first,
for.
I didn't see the first one. It was like Star Wars in the sand, pretty much. Is that what people are calling it?
That
Well,
would piss a lot of Dune people off, but yeah.
yeah, you're gonna. Because listen,
downloaded
My
that one. I had
brother-in-law
yet
is
to
like
watch
a
it.
diehard
Yeah,
Dune fan.
so am I.
Really?
yeah.
Dune is considered one of the greatest science fiction novels ever written.
Is it about
Okay.
sand?
Kind of. For a little while. Yes, it's more about the spice.
It's more about the spice.
So many people have tried to adapt the movie. Brian Lynch did it back in the 80s.
Oh.
And then they Sci-Fi Channel made it like
So
a
this isn't a new
miniseries.
thing at all.
No.
Okay, this is how out of the loop I am. Okay.
Denis Villeneuve, well, he was the first one to actually like really make it like the book.
Okay.
So that first movie, it's
Gravity.
long, slow burn, but it's great.
And you've read the book.
Oh,
Timothy
Yes.
Chalamet?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Is that who that is?
Timothy
Yeah?
Chalamet.
Okay.
I mean, this cast is loaded.
Yeah, it looked good. So
Yeah,
I have
and-
that on deck too.
And I mean, the cinematography is amazing.
Okay.
It's so good. Another movie I'm looking forward to is Jake Gyllenhaal's Roadhouse.
Oh yeah.
I'm really-
So is this just a plain old remake?
Kind
Or-
of. I mean, it's a reimagining, you know, because
Reimagining
Jake
of the
Gyllenhaal,
story.
he plays an ex
great,
UFC fighter,
He's great. I love Jake. Gyllenhaal.
and
That's pretty cool.
you know,
Yeah, yeah.
falls hard times and becomes a bouncer. And
Roadhouse.
Yeah. Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire.
For sure.
So excited.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters Afterlife was amazing.
Okay.
I can't wait for this one.
I love
Everyone but
Ghostbusters.
Back in New
Rick
York.
Moranis, right?
Rick Moranis,
I know
yeah.
everyone but Rick Moranis.
Oh, everyone but
Yeah.
Rick Moranis.
I think you never know.
Yeah.
It might pull out a surprise here because
time
it
he
was
was
like
in New York, he got
everybody's in
punched.
it.
but like Bill
Yeah, oh,
Murray
yeah,
and
yeah.
what's his name?
Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd,
Aykroyd, yeah.
Ernie Hudson.
Ernie Hudson.
Oh, that's great.
All the like most
That's
of the
great,
originals
man.
are coming back. So Godzilla, Kong, New Empire.
Okay.
I can't wait for that. I love Godzilla movies, and I think they have been phenomenal.
I'll go see that with you.
Also,
in that movie theater.
I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast, but Monarch on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, I heard that's
Great
good.
show.
I watched the first episode.
Yeah,
So-
it's a great show. There's a Civil War.
That looks interesting.
It looks very interesting.
what is that supposed
it's
to be?
A24, like
our political climate going into a civil war.
So it's
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which could absolutely happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another fun movie that I'm looking forward to is The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yeah, that looks wild.
With Henry Cavill, stacked
What's
cast.
that one? What's that
Is
one's
that Guy
vibe?
Ritchie or is that the other guy?
I think it's somebody else because I think Guy Ritchie's been really busy doing other stuff like
Marf Productions.
Yeah.
That guy's name.
But it's like takes place during World War II, and it's these guys that take unconventional methods to fight the war.
Oh,
It looks great. The Fall Guy, really excited to look. I'm looking forward to that Ryan Gosling movie where he plays a stuntman, a dumb stuntman.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
And then he gets caught up into some in some
That's cool.
gangland shit, and like he's got to like.
And he's using all of this stupid knowledge and
Kinda,
experience
yeah.
he has to get through that shit. That sounds cool. Okay.
It looks like a fun movie.
Okay.
Really excited for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, I saw the trailer during the Super Bowl
Yeah.
for that.
The last 3 of them are just so good.
Yeah, all the ones that once they started with James Franco and then
Yeah.
War of the Planet of the Apes and all that stuff, like
So good.
they're so good. Twisters,
I was just
There
going to
you go.
say, speaking
Twisters.
of the Super Bowl commercials,
Twisters,
that is going to be such a junk food movie. I don't care.
100%.
The acting looks so
does it?
good.
And it's the same story. You got the rival
But
storm
now-
chasers.
Now you have more Twisters.
I'm excited for Twisters.
Always
Yeah.
the underdog.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
Did I tell you guys we saw the truck?
Did you?
They had the
Tennessee.
truck in Tennessee.
The yellow Jeep truck.
Oh yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
It's in my. It's my.
We went to
it's
a
on my
car
Facebook.
movie museum.
I
It's
saw
on my
that.
Facebook page.
Yeah, yeah.
It's my banner. Yeah, Court and I were so stoked to see that.
100%.
Oh my god.
Isn't that like your Facebook picture?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it so it's Twisters? Everything's just plural?
Twisters. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 3 of them, 2 of them.
Is it
something
like
that.
Whatever.
yeah.
Jonas's son of a bitches?
Yeah.
Well, I won't know until we
But-
get in there.
My favorite, one
That
of my
was
favorite parts
terrible.
about Twister is just the cars, just all the like. That's a
Yeah.
big part of the action. It's
Yeah.
it's a car chase movie.
Oh, yeah.
a lot of it is that. So I even saw from the trailer already. They got some fancy ass cars, and I think they're all like Chevy or something. There's going to be a lot
Yeah.
of product placement in
Oh,
there.
100%.
yeah.
That's how
Actually,
you get
Barbie
the,
had that, didn't
That's how
it?
you get. Oh yeah.
Barbie had a ton of Chevy product
Dude,
placement.
Oh, yeah.
Dodge was in the original Twister when they drove through the house. People
Yeah.
were like, I gotta get a Ram.
Speaking of that,
Honestly, though, yeah.
how do you drive in to a house that's on its side, drive up the stairs, and then come out?
That's shot. Yeah, I've heard about that. The
Makes
sequence
no
makes
sense at all.
No sense. Yep. So that one I'm very excited about too. I will go to the theater to see that if I can.
This might be my movie of the year.
Okay.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's gonna be good.
That's going to be amazing.
Deadpool.
I think it's going to bring the Marvel
Lot of
superhero
fan
movies
service.
back to what they should be.
back to the status that they were before.
Yeah.
The reset.
So super
Okay.
super dope. Excited for that. Then we have Borderlands. Borderlands is based
good.
off the video game.
Video game. Yeah.
and
cool.
which is one of my favorite video games. It's like open world sandbox, like it's fun, like post-apocalyptic, like Mad Max, like
Oh, cool.
yeah,
All right.
it's gonna be cool. Beetlejuice.
Oh, duh. Yeah, that's right.
really
Yeah.
excited to see. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Joker 2.
Okay.
Joker
I haven't
2
heard
with
anything about that one. I didn't know it
with
was-
Joaquin.
Lady Gaga is playing Harley Quinn.
She's a good actress, though. She is.
She's
yeah.
except
And,
for House of Gucci.
what was it? American Horror Story. She was great in that.
I didn't watch
season,
that.
that season. She was good in it. Yeah, she's a good actress.
And then Ridley Scott's coming out with Gladiator 2.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah?
Gladiator was good.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's one movie that I think is rumored. I don't know if it's coming out next year or not. That I, of course, am excited for is the live action. They're doing a Zelda movie.
That's what I heard. It's you probably won't see that till like
2027.
5 or 6.
Yeah,
and
that's
the-
what I'm excited for. That's Nintendo's next prospect after the Mario movie.
I mean,
right?
the Mario movie was great.
Mario movie to go.
I don't-
Mario and Zelda are their Mickey and Minnie. So
Yeah.
they are gonna. Oh, I can't wait, dude. That's gonna be awesome. So,
Yeah.
so there's a lot coming down the pike that we are excited for.
Yes.
The movie industry is alive and well and thriving, and there's plenty of things coming.
So we discussed this in our group text. I just want to kind of make a little announcement.
I forgot
that,
to press this.
Oh my God! Tornado!
I forgot that from earlier. I'm sorry. Thank you.
so
Kyle.
For Twisters.
from going forward now, I'm going to take one day a week, maybe 2, depend. And I'm just going to do like little movie reviews as like
Ooh, on our Instagram.
on the Instagram. I'm going to exclusively Instagram.
Okay.
And
All
it'll
right,
be
all right,
like
all right.
it'll be in the stories, and then that way we can make the little what are they called? The little highlights,
polls?
and we can add it to the highlights.
Oh,
so
add
then
it
you
to
can
the
go through.
highlights.
Can
So-
like we do that? Because I'm cool
100%.
with older movies.
and we
like,
can do like
100%.
polls
Okay.
on them and stuff to get yeah.
So
dude.
it's
Yep.
going to be very movie centric. So what I'm going to end up doing, like, you can send in what do you call it, suggestions
Yeah,
for movies.
yeah.
for movies to watch.
I'm gonna try to do like under a minute reviews.
Okay.
Maybe like a 7-second review. Maybe something along the
Good
lines.
movie sucked. Watch it with your parents.
Yeah. Hey, you don't watch
Ding.
Poor Things with your parents.
That's
Definitely.
what that said. That's
Yeah.
what the thing is. It's definitely not the one to watch with your parents.
Yeah. So yeah, just going forward, there's gonna be. I'm gonna call it, Film Slice.
Film
Okay.
slice.
Film slice.
Yes, beautiful.
You know.
I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah. So going forward, watch out for our Instagram. And yeah.
Watch out for our Instagram for that, and of course everything else we post like normal. There is a TikTok we're starting now as well. Full Slice Pod, I think it is.
Yeah.
Or podcast _ something like that as well. You can
Yeah.
check that out for all those reels we crank out.
Yeah.
And
I'm starting a new project called Speaking Quesadillas, where I eat Mexican food and it's really loud.
Full Slice Podcast. Thanks, guys.
take
Until
care.
next time. You had to put it in there somewhere.
I was waiting the whole episode.